work. If we do that, then we can come off proud. And I want to come off that field.
No regrets, boys.
Fucking done, no regrets. That I have fucking played my best out there.
Each way match between the Swansea Gladiators and a recently introduced team of Mixed Ability Rugby Invitationals.
There's going to be loads of things that go wrong today, okay? Bearing in mind, right, we met yesterday, okay? So don't get hung up on it. If a ball goes down, it's not the end of the world. Okay, we pat that person on the back, pick them up.
Right, so just a mic test to start. Can I just get your full name and the club you represent?
Gwilym Lewis, and I represent Llanelli Warriors for the Maddies today.
Fantastic. Okay, Gwilym, first question. What is Mixed Ability Rugby?
Mixed Ability Rugby is normal rugby, but with an ethos of including players with disabilities, primarily learning disabilities, but boys who perhaps wouldn't have a chance to play mainstream rugby for their clubs without a bit of support, and to include them with other people who want a game. So the mixed ability is that it's whatever ability. It's not about being the best, it's about having a game of rugby and playing. So it's not a massively high level standard of rugby, but it's full contact rugby, part of, in Wales obviously that's really important. Passive scrums is usually the only rule change, and perhaps some other adaptations depending on the team and who it is, if something else needs to be sort of talked about. But it's rugby including everybody.
Well, the Maoris are a concept of an invitational team, very similar to a barbarian style team, where we invite players from all over the world, coaches from all over the world, to come together and play in ceremonial and special occasion fixtures. The idea of the concept came from when me and Gwilym were on tour in Samoa. We were out there, we'd just taken the Warriors out, we were having a beer, and we just sat down thinking how amazing would it be if we could just invite a bunch of players together from around the world to come and play in fixtures.
People often sort of say, why don't you have a national team and things, but then you have to sort of start talking about picking the best players, and you start talking about disabilities and whether people are disabled and this and the other. So we've never thought that was a good idea. You start emphasising disabilities, which is against ethos, but we did think that something, an invitational side, picking players not so much on their playing ability, but just a chance to be picked and go and represent, and to have that opportunity to come and meet other players and rugby experiences. That's for the Warriors, we've always said we're trying to build those rugby experiences.
Yeah, I like those socks. Alright, one more time. 1, 2, 3, yes.
I got called up. I got a phone call from Craig, and I was just going for work, and he goes, "How do you feel about playing at Principality?" Well, that's not child from me. I swore at him and said, "Nah, you're winding me up." I went back to put the phone down. He goes, "No, I'm serious." I went, "What, really?" I went, "Yeah." So I thought, "Oh, Jesus, it's between you and somebody else." He goes, "I'll phone you back in 10 minutes." Then he goes, obviously I just sat there, get the phone call back. And then I thought, he goes, "Right, you're doing it." I just started rattling around the house.
To hear that players for Halifax have been picked to play for the Mixed Ability British Lions down in Wales at the Principality Stadium.
Well, I had a phone call by a special person that we can't give his name, but it was a really honour when I got found out that I didn't know nothing about the Maoris. It was just a surprise for me, really, that hard work actually does really pay off. And that's what we've been doing as the Panthers. They've been pushing me, all the coaches on me, and it's just worked out well, I think, in the long run. And I'm excited to get started now, ready to play the game.
Right, lads, little speech today. Congratulations on 3 of our players today. We selected the Maori squad to be played against Swansea Gladiators in a couple of weeks. So big congratulations to Ryan, our captain, and Di. Big round of applause, lads.
My brother just sat me down and I kind of just went, he just explained everything that was going on, and then I just burst into tears. It was mad, yeah.
I think Sam told us like 2 weeks in advance, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I was pretty excited, to be fair, yeah. So excited, thrilled, meeting new people, ones that are playing rugby with different people as well, which is good, so yeah.
My pleasure to welcome you to the 3rd edition of the Mixed Ability Rugby Invitationals. Great, here we are, Angel Hotel in Cardiff, and it's Stash Day, and as Hannah was saying, not everybody's had Stash Day before, but here we go, Stash Day for the Maoris, and to actually be involved on the playing side, and I just can't wait for the weekend. It's also a job to make Jamie, who is the chairman and the instigator of this, as jealous as possible and regrets going to Spain on holiday. So
yeah, Rachel Taylor. I've been roped in as Mari's head coach, which is pretty exciting, so invited in, and I'm representing Colwyn Bay Stingrays. Yeah, so I coach Colwyn Bay Stingrays up in North Wales, and the invitation came through from Gwyl. Would I want to be involved? Been with Stingrays a few years now, so to have this opportunity just seemed like a really great chance to not only bring some of the Stingrays through, but a great opportunity to meet loads of other rugby players from other mixed ability clubs.
Yeah, Simon Gardner, coach, Pembrokeshire Vikings. Gwyl messaged asking for a couple of players, and so obviously I sat down with some of the coaches, we selected some of the players, and laughing faces back there, and I said, if you need a coach, you know where I am. And literally 2 days later then, him and Jamie got in touch and said, look, would you be keen? And yeah, so and we all went from there then, really.
Oh, it's been brilliant, like to see everybody sort of letting down their barriers, trying to have a chat really early on. Obviously we've got our little name badges to help us get to know each other, but it's been really nice. I think we've got a really good mix of clubs and representation, but also like people from just totally different journeys. So obviously we've got like 2 brothers now that might get the chance to play with each other at Principality, which is cool. We've got people who's like their first, second, third appearance for their mixed ability club, and people who are, if you like long-standing members of their mixed ability club. So got a really nice mix of sort of youth experience, but totally cross-spectrum from everyone in their rugby journey as well.
My middle boy Zach's autistic, and I thought, do you know what, if he couldn't cope playing mainstream rugby, where could he go? And there was nothing down west. I was out injured with the Scarlets, and we were doing some conditioning on the top field, and I said, I'm sure it was Aaron Shingler, I think it was with me at the time. I said, this would be amazing to get involved in.
Look good, play good.
Proof is in the pudding, I've been putting in the rougher. Work that they don't wanna do, that's why I got the upper hand advantage, feeling like I'm at the last supper. Never eating vegan beef, got me through the summer. Eating more chicken cause the cows are living longer. Going to the gym, but my mind is getting stronger. Andy Jones better than being owned by any corporation or artists who are silly clowns. I'm on my own, keeping God on the throne, and keep my family close. Create my own momentum, the venom gotta go. Speaking up from the essence, checking in on the next one. The generation to come could really be coming, one of the best ones. The beginning of overcoming a problem is first admitting it. We talk about racial diversity, but are we really living it? Quick to own my privilege and giving my all. Taking responsibility even if it's not my fault. I move, grow, and will thrive, show, and not fear no man. Lose, yeah. Put yourself on, I put myself on. put yourself on. Yeah, put yourself on. I've been on the next wave now, way downtown, sound profound. In the city, they way out. Stay loud, stay down with my spouse, pray out. Show up unannounced, why these clowns play house. Make an honest woman out of her, or maybe you should bounce. If you wanna be the change, your personal life counts. More than you know, trying to keep it cordially and be moving orderly though. What you holding me for? I cannot afford to be broke. I got too much at stake. I cannot afford to just choke. I got too much to say. If you cannot feel me, cause I'm brilliantly ill-equipped. God is with me, so we can't be near defeat like Achilles is. Pity the silliness, going city to city, seeing high sedity, silly kids. Civility killing Kenny from knowing who he really is, or knowing what's really real.
Why would you think they'd pair up with someone quickly?
100%. Buzzing.
But hopefully it'll help us find a little bit of our shape as well, okay? So remember that power of 3 stuff I said?
Yeah.
We wanted to fully embrace that theme. So we've got a little bit of some calls, won't say too much, but some calls based around some warriors and some fighters, just to get the guys to buy into it a little bit and have hopefully like something a little bit different as well. So just try to theme it up. But yeah, it's a great opportunity, you know, whether we don't really need a playbook, but hopefully it's just something to give us a little bit of structure and a bit of fun as well. 3, go, in.
Boys!
Yeah, so do a left hand in.
That's amazing. That's class, that is.
Kangaroo court. What can you tell us about that?
It's all biased.
Yeah, we love a kangaroo court. Didn't expect it, to be honest. Not on the first night before we were playing. It's usually after you've played.
You know, rugby is much more than the 80 minutes in it. You know, it's a social game, especially this level. We're all amateurs, and we wanted to, you know, again going back to Warriors. We've always wanted Warriors tours to be normal rugby tours, and kangaroo court when it's coming through Invitationals and stuff was always a big part of it. I can remember, you know, my first one, and you know, something all the players have always looked forward to, and we've taken that on with the Warriors. We've had some classic stuff for people running around New Zealand gardens, chicken impressions and tour slaves and all sorts of mad things like that. So obviously with the Maris and you're on tour, it's a great icebreaker. It also makes, you know, keeps a little bit of discipline. You know, if you catch, you know, if people have to come up for being late, then suddenly everybody turns up more or less on time. Yeah, it means, you know, people make an effort to sort of wear the right shirt and stuff. So it does have a, you know, it does keep the ship in order as well. Like, so yeah, but you know, you could see yesterday when we were doing the icebreakers and the dance moves and stuff. It's just, yeah, it's just it's a great way to spend an hour.
I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Campbell's there. No, he's already said, forgive me.
Everyone has their own different ways of attacking and defending, but yeah, it's quite basic and to confuse the other team, which is good, and we know what we're doing. They brought their experience and what they know of the game, and it's made me believe I can do better in training and better at myself.
Fantastic. I was a bit nervous coming up. In the end, I met all of them. I was alright then, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, they all called me Bumpy. When I started, I was the oldest one there. Now today, I'm a winger. So look out. I'm gonna smash them.
We've selected a captain for the weekend. Bit of a strange one because we couldn't do it beforehand. We wanted to check that people, knew how to play rugby and basics like that. And obviously some people were disappointed in our respect. But we've selected for the captain for the third Mary's fixture, Daniel.
It was amazing. I mean, I couldn't believe it. And I said yes straight away. So I just wanted to do it. I think it's great also promoting mixed ability rugby as well. I feel like sometimes mixed ability rugby doesn't get all the attention it needs to. Particularly maybe in like where I live, boost people maybe getting involved, that people might think, oh, I might want to do that.
It's absolutely massive, to be honest. Like, I didn't think that we would grow so big so quick in terms of that level. Like, we had Cardiff Arms Park, which in its own right is a historic stadium. It's got a lot of history there, and it was a fantastic opportunity to get players to come together and play there. Same going up to Edinburgh Rugby. We ended up going to the home of rugby in Scotland, and to come back to the Principality, which, as you said, is, if not the best stadium in the world, and having the opportunity for players to play in that is just absolutely massive for the Maoris. It's a step and I'd say a ballpark where we need to be now. We've created this benchmark of, this is what we do, this is what the Maoris are, this is the expectation of what we want. Reaching that pinnacle and trying to master that and stay there is going to be a difficult task, to be honest. But on the other hand, it does give us a bit of ammunition going forward as well. So when we are looking at further fixtures and celebrating other rugby events in the rugby calendar, we can now go to unions and say, look, WRU wanted us to come back because they understood the value of mixed ability rugby and the value the Maoris have as part of that.
Rich, got that. Go on, give us go on.
I'm not nervous. I'd say I'm pretty chilled, relaxed. So otherwise I just can't really wait, really. So big tackles, loads of side stepping.
Just a bit odd, isn't it? You look at you look at it and you think, all right, yeah, you just don't quite. It's one of these where it's just it's all part of the world, and I think it's one of those where you don't quite appreciate it now. So, but when you look back in 2 or 3 weeks, you look back and think, yeah, Christ, we did that. We did that. We were involved in that. We had these people. We went to Wales and did this. It's just, the whole experience is mind blowing.
Walk through the door and alright, okay, so morning everybody. Hope you all enjoyed a quiet night of culture and social integration last night. Shirt presentations. At the end of the day we're here for a rugby match, and yeah, we prick, she did that for me. He turned it one time, that's right. James Cuppy, famously, cap for Wales, silver medalist with the Olympic Sems, cult hero at Parc y Scarlet, has agreed to come along and present the jerseys today. My career as a rugby player is not a lot to write home about. This village was lucky to have 15 boys of youth age, didn't get picked, they were just happy to have you. I played second team rugby, and I guess that's the same for a lot of guys in the room here. So to have something where you've been selected at a national level, international level, to come together today, for me, I was, it's great, like, okay, it's not about the standard rugby, but
picked, and you've all been picked with, you know, me and Jamie chatted with the coaches, selected you all to come here for the reasons that, you know, you're an integral part of your clubs, integral part of Mixed Ability Rugby. So it's an absolute privilege to stand in this room with you, and we're trying to make the day as special as possible. So I'm really chuffed to have been, you know, I've been involved with the 3 games. It's my first chance to play today. Can't wait to get out onto the, you know, the greatest rugby stadium field in the world.
Moment's arrived. Okay, so we're gonna have to start our warm up in a second, but I want you to think about that presentation. Yeah, we're in an arena like this. Okay, pretty special for us to go out and let them see something they've never seen before. One, two, three, Maris. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, Maris!
Good evening and welcome to the Principality Stadium here in Cardiff once more. Yes, we're still on the road to Principality 2022, but we have certainly a special event this evening. It's a game of Mixed Ability Rugby. What is Mixed Ability? Well,
I will go out there today and run my arse off. I might not be the best player, but I will work and work and work for this 80 minutes. And when I look back at YouTube, I would have fucking left everything out there. Everything. I will keep going. And that's what putting this fucking badge on means, guys. Any badge, you've joined in a fucking band of brothers, the same kit on together. You're representing your clubs, that's shown by your socks. You need 80 minutes. I don't give a fuck about the ball being dropped, about people making mistakes, missing tackles, if you were trying.
Super excited, aren't we? Alright, so we're going to take a couple of deep breaths together, alright? We're going to breathe all at the same time, okay? So when we're ready, we're going to take 2 nice, big breathe in. Hold it. And breathe out. Enjoy ourselves and to love playing rugby. Okay? Don't let a moment of that go when you're out there. Okay? And see you guys.
Right, so all the props go to... It's out here and it's ready for us, boys. It's once in a lifetime, this. We go out there and we give this crowd a fucking show today, don't we, boys?
Yes! We attack, we get the ball, we attack. They got the ball, we attack them. Quick line speed, bang, bang, bang. Evil smile, boys. Evil smile for 80 fucking minutes.
Yeah, come on! 1, 2, 3, 4! Let's play!
This is it, Bampy. This is it, Bampy. This is it. This is it.
Come on, lads!
Got it.
Come on! Come on! Now on YouTube. Okay, so take your time. It's going to be quite noisy. There's going to be cameras in front of you. Jump in, okay? Okay, stand by. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go, boys.
Who's gonna be?
15 aside, 40 minutes each way, and you might detect that some players might be wearing different coloured shorts or helmets, or they would ordinarily, or bibs as well. So here we go then, Ian Stitchbury to kick off, and kicks high towards the Maris 10-metre line. This time, the try is awarded for the Invitational side, and I think it's claimed by Sam Trevor. Look at Bevan putting pressure on Chris Thomas. Brilliant work by the outside half. Oh, this is adventurous stuff. Oh, brilliant again. Oh, nice pass out the back door. What skills. They've already had one score and they're looking for a second here. They might well get it. Gary O'Sullivan is over. And at long last, have they scored? Or is Callum Williams going to be denied again? Or he won't be happy with that. Tell you what, Principality Stadium shook when Gary O'Sullivan went down on that loose ball. Lynn, now then at last, the Gladiators will get the try.
Going through everything now, so don't worry if you've got any questions, ask me and Si, we'll get as much clarity as we can. But if any doubt in this game, think of our attack and our defence philosophies, okay? Attack, you've got the ball, you're not sure what to do, you're going to go and score. Okay? If you're in defence, all you've got to do is get the ball back as fast as you can.
So here we go then, second half gets underway, and it's Sonny Newton-Bevan. Simon Bevan thinks about the blind side, but now a change of direction, and that's food and drink for Callum Williams. One more pass not needed, steps back inside, and finally Callum Williams has the try that he's been looking for the last 45 minutes. And the flags are in the air. So the Gladiators now find themselves in the lead by 14 points to 10. Lovely work here by the outside half, and the offload is good, and the dive is even better. Charlie Prince just come on the field. Bevan, you can't take your eyes off this match for 1 minute as Reeves put it into touch, knowing that the whistle would be blown. This entertaining match. It's the Mari Invitational side that have defeated the Swansea Gladiators, celebrating their 30th anniversary this year, and by 31 points to 24. But never mind about the scoreline, although there'll be bragging rights, I'm sure. It's been a wonderful evening's entertainment, and I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Mixed Ability, well, it's a worldwide movement, and I'm sure that there'll be any number of youngsters wanting to take up the game, having seen the efforts of the Mari and the Swansea Gladiators this evening, Dave.
And Principality Stadium, give it a massive
It's been a real privilege and a massive honour to watch you guys come out and do that. You just went for it, and I'm really proud of that, and I hope you enjoyed every second of it. So from you, it was a massive
thank you. Thank you. You shit the toast.
That's good. There we go. We see everyone. Brilliant this way.
Here with the squad, everybody tryna go, yeah, the party jumping off. Hey, we putting on a show, tryna catch a vibe. We do this every time, like na 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 na. Feeling like I'm on the highway, cause everything been going my way. And now they looking at me sideways. I'm like na 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 na. This is where I wanna be, na na na. Never ever gonna leave, nah, nah, nah. You ain't gonna get it from me. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. This is where I wanna stay, nah, nah, nah. I could do this every day, nah, nah, nah. It don't matter what they say. I'm like, nah, 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 nah. Say, hey, I've been on the wave. It's a party, make a toast. It's a party every day. So anywhere you go, all across the coast, we do it every time, like na 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 na. I got nothing but